find out what 80% of that number is of the weight that you're using. And that is where you're going to get the greatest benefit for your neurological benefits. Allow her to continue.
80% of 1 RM. So that's quite heavy. There is so much controversy on social media right now. Should I lift heavy? Should I lift light? And when it comes to hypertrophy alone, so increase in muscle mass, muscle cell size, you can get there. Men can get there, women can get there by lifting light, high reps, or you can get there by lifting heavy and low reps. It just depends.
So that's another key component. Again, you have to differentiate from what is called hypertrophy of the actual muscle group versus the neural benefits. Again, you can get hypertrophy of the muscle group by lifting lighter weights. This has been proven. But in order to gain the maximum benefits for the brain, you want to be able to lift heavy, particularly heavy leg lifts. And you can actually do this not just from squats if you have injuries, but leg presses and other things of that nature, which can help for those of us who have back issues, have back surgery, and cannot squat. So again, allow her to continue.
Depends on who you are and how much time you have. But when it comes to the brain specifically, you want to be lifting heavy for several reasons. The first one is when we lift heavy, when we contract our muscle like this, we are releasing a whole set of chemicals. They're called myokines. And when they're released from the muscle, they go up to the brain and they do beneficial things for our cognitive performance, our cognition, and they help with the growth and proliferation of new neurons in the hippocampus. And it's the first thing to go during Alzheimer's disease. It actually shrinks. This holds our memory. This is where a lot of our memory consolidation and learning takes place, which is why short-term memory is the first thing to go during this disease, okay? And as we get older. And what we've found is that you can grow new neurons in the hippocampus from structured exercise and consistent exercise. The biggest growth is going to occur because of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. So this is a growth factor for the brain, and it gets released when we exercise. It gets released abundantly when we are doing aerobic training, when we're running, when we're cycling for long distances, but it also gets released when we do resistance training. Now, here's the beautiful thing about it. When we do resistance training and we're releasing all of these myokines are signaling molecules, they work together. So we've got one called irisin, okay? And that's a messenger molecule. So what it does is it actually helps BDNF express itself. So
again, guys, we'll stop it off right here, because we don't want to make this a super long video. However, again, once you start to understand the science behind heavy lifting, particularly with the legs, you understand that the neural benefits of heavy resistance training with the legs is an absolute must when it comes to Alzheimer's prevention. These are things that you want to consider. If you need help in understanding how to do it and do it safely, then you can hit me up. So for high-level coaching and for training specific to heavy lifting with the legs in a safe, protective way in order to benefit the brain, hit me up. Sending you peace and always love. Peace.